Hey guys, Coach Jonny Carter with the Chicago Fire. Have another English Premier League opinions piece for world-class coaching. Of course, Premier League is over, so only the FA Cup final to talk about. Wasn't the greatest matchup in the world, not very exciting, not a whole bunch of fantastic football to discuss. For me, I just don't like how Chelsea are nowadays. I don't think they're as exciting or as interesting as they used to be, certainly when they won the Premier League just a couple of seasons back. A couple of changes, some personnel, some tactical, but I don't think any improvement. First off, when Conte changed to his 3-4-3, it was kind of a revelation. They started the season badly. He now went to a system that he wanted. He put the personnel in that he wanted to play, and it was fantastic. Chelsea went on a massive run, ended up winning the Premier League, not just by a large margin, but in style. I don't see that anymore. So things have changed this season. David Luiz has kind of been faded out. We don't have that playmaker in the back as much as used to with him. Matic moved on to Manchester United. Not a great decision. Bakayoko comes in. I don't think that was a good trade. And then Diego Costa up top. He moves out. Like him or loathe him, he was effective. I think they had to find a way of keeping him. That didn't work. Morata comes in, and that certainly hasn't worked. Well, not as well as it should have. Morata now not even in a Spain squad, which is kind of representative of where he's been this season. But it's not just the personnel that's changed. Now the style has changed a little bit and the tactics. So the 3-4-3, we don't see that so much from Chelsea anymore, and we didn't in this cup final either. He now goes for the three at the back, fine, but now a five-man midfield. So he has three in the centre. So where it used to be Matic and Kante could do the job with just two, now he needs three. Cesc Fabregas, Bakayoko and Kante still in there. But then that takes from the top. So now he goes with the one up top in terms of the big man. It was Giroud in the cup final and Hazard playing off him. So the 3, the 5 and the 2. Different from the 3, the 4 and the 3, which means that players like Willian and Pedro just aren't getting involved in the Chelsea team as much as I think they could be or should be. Willian will play in the World Cup for Brazil, but he can't play in an FA Cup final for Chelsea. I find that a little bit odd. And then the way they play. This cup final, very pragmatic. They had something like 33% possession, something like that. I mean, Mourinho on the other side was saying Manchester United were much the better team. I don't know about that. But it was just the style in which Chelsea played. It's difficult to argue because they did win the game. They scored more goals than Manchester United, and it was a good goal that they scored. With that 33% possession, they played on the counter-attack. They got the ball to the playmaker, Cesc Fabregas. He hits the ball, Hazard running through the number 9 channel, and they end up scoring. Well, winning the penalty and then scoring a penalty. So it was a nice counter-attack goal. But I don't like this Chelsea team as much as I did watching them when they were Premier League champions. They were swashbuckling. They were cavalier. They went forward. They attacked. This current pragmatic Chelsea team, I don't like so much. So what will the future hold? It looks certain almost, I think, that Conte, the manager's going to be moving on. Someone else is going to come in. The players that they brought in, I don't think were an upgrade on the guys that they had in the Premier League season. So it'll be interesting to see what goes on in the transfer market. Will they have to sell players to spend money? I'm not quite sure what's going to happen there. So for me, I don't know, this model of Chelsea, not as good as it used to be. It'll be interesting to see what happens to them moving forward. So if you're a Chelsea fan, you got some comments on where your team was, where they are, and where they're going to go, leave a comment. Like reading all the comments. So thanks very much for listening, guys, and we'll speak again soon. Bye now.